Hello and welcome back to the best rock songs of the 2000s. 2009 was rough.
My eyes are open wide.
The trashy, sleazy bar music from 2008 continued in full swing, complete with an awful emo cock rock song that interpolated Lollipop by Lil Wayne. Yeah, that happened. For the final year of the 2000s, rock music sure ended on a whimper. The changes were very much present, but not everything was awful. Are there any songs from this year that we can recover from the trash heap? We sure can. We're counting down the top 10 best rock songs of 2009. Number 10. The AllAmerican Rejects' third most well-known song. The AllAmerican Rejects are plenty poppy already. They really put the pop into pop punk, but this is by far the catchiest one they've ever made, at least in my opinion, and they have plenty of competition in that field. A song about an ex, probably. The music video takes that into a different direction by having it be about a really annoying neighbor, and quite frankly, I like that interpretation a lot better. Have any of you had an annoying neighbor? Someone you'd want to say, hope it gives you hell to? I think we all do. Well, this song does have an electric drum kit in the background. It's not shy to use actual instruments too, and that's why I love poppy rock music, specifically ones that do that. This one is the best example of its kind, besides number 1. I love Tyson Ritter's brief falsetto in the pre-chorus. It's just perfect. And the chanting before it goes into that last chorus? Perfect. The little whistle in there really adds to it too. Overall, a great little tune. An example of how to do pop punk in the late 2000s right as well. We don't care for boys like girls here. Number 9. Speaking of poppy sounding, there's gonna be a lot on this list, so strap in. Like this song, for example. I tremble. Their most well-known song, besides the one they did for the Scott Pilgrim movie, Black Sheep, Help I'm Alive is definitely one of the most perfect indie songs I've heard, to the point where I sometimes doubt that it actually exists. Emily Savitri-Haynes' voice is doll-like, has the cutesiness of an anime girl to it, and she sings with so much passion. Just like the previous song, it has a double meaning, of a relationship gone wrong, and also being in the wilderness in Buenos Aires. At least that's what I remembered it being about. Perhaps I don't want to go look it up again, because I'm lazy and I like interpreting some meanings in songs. This song is about survival in an area where anything can hurt you physically or emotionally, and yet you're still alive and you don't know why. The catch and release vibe of the song's incredible, especially those drums in the end. A masterclass of indie indeed.
Keeps beating like a hammer.
Number 8. The indie acts just keep on coming, but this time we're going a little western. I loved singing this song a lot as a kid, and now I really understand it now that I know how money works. Funny how life goes like that. Cage's breakthrough hit into the mainstream, Ain't No Rest for the Wicked is still definitively one of their best. From the backwards guitar riff in the bridge to the constant echoing he wasn't or whatever in the right speaker, Cage has a knack for the details. And who could forget Matt Schultz's iconic sing-songy rapping? I'm not normally a fan of country or western-tinged songs, as previously mentioned in the 2007 video, but this song just gets me for some reason. Unlike Cage's modern hits, this one I'll have on repeat till the end of time. They don't really make music like this anymore, although strangely, it still seems so recent. The song truly is transcendent.
That is soul. No, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good.
Number 7. Here's a solid question. How did we get here? They say that good things can come from bad things, and the Twilight soundtrack is no exception. This song in particular comes from its sequel, New Moon, which also has banger tracks in it from bands and artists like Death Cab for Cutie and Tom York. However, Decode is definitely the best out of the bunch. The song has an eerie feeling to it, which is fitting since the movie's about vampires and werewolves. The lyrics are great too, and the way that Hayley Williams says just boiling in my blood is enrapturing. The whole song is enrapturing, one of Paramore's heaviest for sure, and Williams puts on one of her best performances yet with those soaring vocals. Vocal shadowing for sure. You gotta have just the right range for it. And that ending. The bass gets turned up way too high. I don't know why, it's my one complaint, but it still slaps. Number 6. Taking Back Sunday and chanting. What could possibly go wrong? TBS sound the best when they're not doing their usual style, it seems, and for this one, would you honestly be able to tell if I didn't tell you that it was them? Even Adam sounds different here, but yet again those cigarettes aren't doing him any favors. Speaking of Adam, this is the first song in what I'd like to call Adam Loves His Wife arc. Previously, the young man wanted to break you down so badly, but now Adam wants you to sink into him. Or rather... I swear he says shink there instead of sink, which is a nice touch. The song can only be described as pep rally core. All the haze, the overall peppiness, and somewhat vapidness of it. This could be described as their first horny song, although Make Damn Sure was also plenty horny, albeit in a visceral way. And it still somehow sounds good? This part still confuses me for some reason. And also for some reason, I just can't get this song out of my head. I'm just surprised that this song is good. It has all the signs that it would be a disaster, and yet it's a lot of fun. If only New Again also carried this energy. But alas.
From every word you spoke.
Best part of the year by far. That aggressive scream is, dare I say, Kino. Also, shout out to Matt Rubano for doing backing vocals, the absolute lad. Number 5. I'm gonna cheat a bit here. In 2008, a re-recorded version of Anne Boleyn's The Feel Good Drag came out called Feel Good Drag. In 2009, it charted at number 2. I don't want to talk about that version, I mean, it's essentially the same song anyway. Although not the best from Never Take Friendship Personal, not by far, that honor goes to Dance Dance Krista Pevkin, it's still a pretty damn good song. The song's about twisted relationships or whatever, I don't really care. It's the mood of the song that matters. Sultry, it goes so hard. And that title of sultry can only really go to Stephen Christian,
Amberlin's most handsome singer,
whose voice just oozes sex. Definitely the sexiest emo vocalist I've ever heard. That man can sing. The chorus explodes on you too. Haven't had one of those in a long while, although Shink definitely explodes too. And the bridge. I think it's my favorite part. See? One of the many reasons why I put this version on here instead is because it's full of soul, and Christian screams that part. The other one just doesn't have that. Sometimes, you gotta cheat on your list. I just had to this time.
I like it. Yeah.
Number 4. How this isn't number 1, I have no clue. Still slams though. Okay, to be honest, I don't really know what to say about this song besides the fact that it's really good. The synths, the delicious bass tone, the usual Muse lyrics about going against the big man, an uprising if you will. In this case, it's just a classic Muse song, and one would argue one of their last good ones. But yet again, the Muse fandom is just about divided as Radiohead and Weezer's fandom, so who knows. This is going to be an interesting favorite part, but... It's an inside joke between me and my friend, nothing more, nothing less. Still wanted to give a shout out to it though. How this was Muse's breakthrough hit, I'm not sure. It's a great song for sure, but not one of Muse's best. However, beggars can't be choosers, and at least it isn't Rule of the People. Number 3. I'm always up for surprises. Okay, so this song. This one caught me by surprise. It's always nice to find songs on these lists that I wasn't familiar with before because then you discover new bangers, and this one is definitely one of them to me. The song has almost a theatrical feel to it, and that's definitely because it's by a band called Manchester Orchestra. The synth parts are incredible, and I just love how they intermingle with the actual instruments. By all standards, this is just yet another indie song by bands that'll be popular for a year and then disappear, but this one defies all of that just by the singer's passionate voice. The absolute intensity of Andy Hull's screaming is what gets me, as well as the voice cracks, the overall imperfections of his voice. That's what I call authenticity. And then that Smashing Pumpkinsian breakdown. Damn. I've Got Friends was a surprise hit for sure, but surprises are what makes life worth living. For sure. Number 2. Oh hey, it's them again. I told you that this band were great. Off their second album, Swoon, this song makes me want to swoon. In fact, I'm swooning right now, you just don't know it. The fuzziness of the song also reminds me of Smashing Pumpkins, and I love it so much. The fuzzy guitars add a lot to the song's atmosphere as the bass is ping-ponging around in the background. And also, I've got to give another shout-out to Brian Aubert's beautiful soft vocals. That chorus, though. It just gets stuck in my head. The pickups are absolute masters at creating moods and vibes with their music, and with this song, I found myself immersed in my writing. If a band can get you lost in your writing, you know they're a damn good band. Why doesn't indie music sound this amazing anymore, I must ask again. We will never truly know, but I 100% want it back. And now for our honorable mentions. And now for our last number one. These lists are pretty weird when it comes to organizing things by genre. In fact, most of the time they don't. On the earlier list, they lumped Eminem's hits in with the rock music, which just doesn't make any sense. Outkast and various electronic artists like Moby made it on there too. They ignored artists like Gym Class Heroes, who had instruments in their music and were definitely more rock than, say, Owl City. But this is one that kind of frustrated me that they ignored, because they were perhaps one of the highest charting emo bands of their time. Bigger than Fall Out Boy, bigger than My Chem and Panic, and yet they are mostly forgotten today. All of this is a prologue to say that I had to do them justice. Not just because it's a great song, but because it's also representative of the year. A switch from rock to pop rock, and the time that you can really say that rock died. Cue the synths.
I make them good girls go bad.
This song went number 5 in the Billboard Top 40. Number 5. What other emo bands or bands from Fueled by Ramen could do that, besides, I don't know, Fun, like 3 years later? I honestly don't know, and eventually, Starship hit number 1 with You Make Me Feel in 2012, and now they're forgotten. Which is a damn shame because Cobra Starship are an excellent pop rock band. From their smash album Hot Mess, Good Girls Go Bad is as shallow as it comes, but in a good kind of way that's fun. Gabe Supported declares that he makes the good girls go bad, and the titular good girl who went bad in the song, who was played by Leighton Meester, an actress from Gossip Girl, sings about how she's taken aback by Supporter's bad boyness. Simple as. It's the poppiest song ever, but it's a jam and a half. It's a stone cold slammer, I said it. This song also has my actual favorite part of the year. Every time I hear that, I turn up the volume as loud as possible. You just have to jam it. Good Girls Go Bad is the perfect representation of music this year, and I won't hear otherwise. And that's why Hot Mess is also my favorite album this year, besides Sci-Fi Crimes by Chevelle. And that was the best rock songs of the 2000s. What did we learn on this journey, everyone? Well, I learned how quickly music changed. We went from alt jams in 2000 and 2001 to the garage rock revival in 02 and 03, to emo in 04 to 06, and then 07 and 08 rock music was just kind of futzing around trying to find its identity, and then 09 was just garbage, sorry. Is that how it goes with all genres? Probably. Will rock music ever recover? Well, it's 2023 and currently rock music is trying. We've got some guitars and pop music again, but they're not very good. So what I'm saying is that Kings of Leon killed rock and roll in 2008 with Only by the Night, but that's for another video. I'm Caesar Azell, and for the last time in this series, I love you all. Peace.
I'm sick of the hobos, always begging for change.